argument goes that Nintendo let the core gamer go elsewhere when they released the Wii, preferring to tread technology water and focus on the family market. So here is its sequel, the Wii U, and Nintendo look to be beckoning back those gamers wanting a bit of complexity. The combination of traditional controller, touchscreen and motion for a start will require a healthy bit of head scratching, and they've also started lots of high-end third-party partnerships to create new titles. And the first thing that struck us was the sheer number of buttons on the controller, more than enough to scare away the grandparents who like a bit of bowling. Nintendo's marketing man also seemed to be telling us they'd turned a corner.
This home console's been designed to kind of bring together the kind of widest different types of gamers there are. So you've got the kind of casual gamers who play games once a week, once a month or whatever, kind of families, older people. Then you've got the real hardcore gamers who play games every day, every night, buy lots of games every month. And that tends to be quite polarised between what kind of consoles they buy. I think the Wii U has been designed specifically to bring those two together and close that gap so that it can literally have a game for anybody.
Graphics-wise, it'll certainly be able to handle the big titles, which have until now been only for the PS3 and Xbox, and it'll all look sharp on the 6-inch HD screen. So hands-on with the Nintendo Wii U, and on its very first day of release, no less. And in terms of getting your hands on it, it feels pretty good. It's a nicely weighted controller. Responsiveness-wise, certainly seems to be up there with anything that Kinect can offer at the moment. And that separateness of the controller and the interaction with the TV shows real potential. But potential, really, is all that Nintendo have brought to E3. Some of these experiences that we saw today might not be turned into games, and if they are, the whole thing might not be on the shelves until the end of next year. So really, we're going to have to reserve judgment until then to see whether or not Nintendo have pulled a U-turn and re-embraced their core gamer.
At the Ubisoft booth, one of the games here, of course, is Trackmania 2. We managed to snag Eduardo from the team. And, well, just someone who's never actually gotten into car games. I said that I know nothing about cars. Yeah. You said you know nothing about cars, but you know a lot about tracks. What is Trackmania? For a complete nub like me, what is it?
So, for anyone that's not familiar with the game, the whole idea is that with Trackmania, you have a map editor to create your own map or to have other people creating maps, and after that be able to share them and race on them and compete with the tracks. So the whole idea is that just like every time you'll log in, every time you'll want to play, you'll be able to try a new track and try something new, sometimes very wacky stuff like stunts, wall rides, jumps and loopings, and sometimes very just like simple, straightforward racing. So that's the whole idea about Trackmania. It's all about tracks and not cars.
We see a lot of customization. Of course, Trackmania is quite an old game now, the first one. And now we see it in a lot of games. You know, the players create their own content and so on. What's special about the Trackmania game compared to other games?
Well, actually, the map editor is made for people to be able to express themselves in the best way possible, because they have blocks that are available by dozens and dozens, almost hundreds, and then they can create and assemble them the way they want. After that, this is only that's the keystone, the fundamental behind it. But what makes it really an online 2.0 game is that after that you can create your own web page, you can create your own server, you have a dedicated server, you can then just like decide to tailor your server the way you want it, with your own music and with your own map selection. So this is very powered by players, that's the way we say it, because they're the people behind the game making it so dynamic, so fun, and so full of energy.
How important do you think the social aspect is? We have, of course, as you said, the Mania Planet. Yeah. How important is that for a game like Trackmania?
For me, it's absolutely essential. If you want to play just like Trackmania by your own in your living room without never connecting online, I'd say you have a very limited experience. But the whole social aspect, being able to see what other people are doing. Social gaming is all about knowing what other people can bring into the game. And it's not only social, like talking to people, it's also playing with other people and playing with their creations.
There's no additional fees there. The Mania Planet is free for players?
Well, actually, each title will cost something. So for Trackmania 2 Canyon, we're looking at a price range between $15 and $30. So it's something very accessible for everyone to be able to just get in the game if they want to. And then each title can be bought that way, but you will have the whole Mania Planet system behind, so all the map editors, all the tools, all the sharing system that comes for free with the title that you're buying. So that's it.
For old fans of Trackmania, what is Trackmania 2 Canyon bringing to the series?
A lot. So if we're talking only about Trackmania, I'd say that the graphics are now a lot better. They've been improved a lot, but at the same time, we make sure that we optimize them so they can run on pretty much any rig. So laptops or very small computers are able to run the game. So that's one thing. The gameplay, we've spent an entire year sort of tuning it finally, so it's faster, it feels more realistic because we have way more parameters. So it's going to be a more realistic, more beautiful game for the racing aspect. Then we have all the creation that comes on top. We have many features that are going to come out with Mania Planet. One is Mania Script. You'll be able to create script for your map. So I'd say if you go through a tunnel maybe at 300 kilometers per hour, I could say, oh, this event will happen. So anytime you will try a new track, you could be surprised by something new in it.
With all this stuff added, if I remember correctly, the first Trackmania, it came from kind of an indie roots. Where it came from originally. Now it's a huge thing. You have the website. You have Ubisoft behind it. Yeah. Do you still manage to capture, I don't know, the personality of the roots of Trackmania?
Yeah, absolutely. When we decided to get into it with Ubisoft, we made sure that just like Nadeo would still have the full independence to create it the way they want. Ubisoft is totally for that. They believe that just like we know what's best for players, and we're in constant dialogue with people online on our forums and stuff to make sure that we're really creating something that will be interesting for the players first. And that's it. I think Ubisoft will give us just like great opportunity to reach out to new people, and that's good for players too. So I think that all in all, it's going to be better for players and for us as well.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Hey everybody, Pear here at the Nintendo conference checking out New Super Mario Bros. Mii on the Wii U with the controller, so check it out. Alright, so we're going to choose one player here, and basically the demo is all about, in this case, the demo in the single player mode is about showing you that, if somebody else needs to use the screen, you can just switch the game to the handheld controller here and continue to play as you were on the screen. So this is like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So you've got the D-pad controls. You can see that it's directly based on the engine, but they up-res some of the textures. Like if you look at the textures down there, the sand and everything is a little bit more detailed. On the screen, you can really see that the game is running in HD now. Smoother edges, as I said, better textures. On the small controller here, still looks really respectable, considering that this is not an HD display. So take a look here. Here we go. All right. And if you turn off this controller, you can also play this game, the old-fashioned way with four remotes and nunchucks, of course. And screwing everybody over. Oh, that was not good. Oh yeah, and it has the controller, of course, has the gyro in it, so you can do all the traditional moves like the shake when you're moving around. This demo has 4 levels in it. Classic remade levels from the new Super Mario Bros. Wii game, and that's basically it.
Hi! Today we'll be showing you some gameplay from the cool game Minecraft on Xperia Play. Minecraft is about exploring worlds and building anything you can imagine right on your Xperia Play. Visit us at the E3 event in Los Angeles starting June 7th for some more Minecraft action.